welcome to Central High School. And at this time, I'm going to turn this over to Governor Beshear. So those of you who have not met Governor Beshear before, allow me to introduce our governor and then present to others Governor Beshear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First, it is a great morning to be here at Central High School. You know, we are going to sign a bill today that has to do with sports. And it's a thrill to be able to sign this bill because it's designed to help our athletes and to protect our student athletes. Participating in sports, as we all know, is one of the most fun and rewarding parts of our high school years. But as your principal just said, I don't really have to tell you folks at Central High School that, because you've won 4 state football championships in the last 5 years. You have won regional titles in basketball and boys and girls track and field and lots of other things. So you student athletes here at Central High School are some of the most successful ones in the whole state. And I want to say that you're successful because of these athletes. You're also successful because of these folks behind me up here. Your principal, your teachers, all of the folks that work here, you all do a fantastic job, and I think we ought to give them a round of applause for making this school such a successful place. Thank you all. As fun as student athletics is, it also carries a risk. Injuries can be devastating, especially when they involve the fragile areas like the neck and the head. House Bill 281, which we're going to sign today, is designed to lessen the long-term impact of those kind of injuries. It's going to require coaches to be trained, and they go through training now, and we're going to be adding this type of training to their training process. They're going to be trained to recognize and react appropriately to concussions. It is also going to require that educational materials on how to recognize the symptoms and seek proper medical care will be made available not only with the coaches, but with the students, with the parents, and with the general public. You know, a concussion or a possible concussion is a serious thing. And now, when you have that kind of situation, folks aren't going to be able to practice or compete until they get evaluated. And I know that may cause a little concern initially, but it's your future that's at stake. And we want to make sure that you're protected. We want to make sure that you have a successful future. These protections are going to take place almost immediately. They're going to be put into effect for the 2012-2013 school year. I know that in the Jefferson County school system, you all already do these kinds of things. And I want to compliment your superintendent, Donna Hargens, here for all of the efforts they are making. I think she deserves a round of applause for what she's doing for our school system, as well as some of the board members who are here. But this kind of protection, this kind of information, this kind of training needs to be extended all over the state. And that is what House Bill 281 does. A special salute and congratulations ought to go to this bill sponsor. Representative Joni Jenkins from right here in Jefferson County has worked hard on this. She has stepped up, she's made it happen, and Joni, congratulations for all the efforts that you have made. We have others in the General Assembly who've worked hard on this. Representative Tom Birch is here, Representative Tom Reiner. Let's give them a round of applause for the efforts that they have done. We have your congressman, Congressman John Yarmouth, who every day is working on bettering your educational opportunities here in Jefferson County as well as all over this state. Congressman, thank you very much. We appreciate all that you do. Representative David Tandy, Council member David Tandy is with us. He does the same thing here on the local level. He works hard to protect our students, to better their education. David, thank you. Thank you very much for all that you do. I'd like to ask Representative Joni Jenkins to come up and say a few words. Joni?
Thank you very much, Governor. Thank you for coming to Louisville to sign this bill. You know, in Frankfort, one person can't do much on their own. It takes a team of folks. And I'd like to recognize someone who's not here today, Julian Tackett, who is director of the Kentucky High School Scholastic Sports Association. I think I may have, for the first time, got that title right. He had a prior commitment, but he and I met early, about this time last year, to talk about this bill. Also, the Brain Injury Alliance of Kentucky met with them very early, and they worked very, very hard. I think they met with you very early about this, Governor. Mary Haas and Shell Austin are here. And of course, this bill had 30 or so co-sponsors in the House, and Representative Tom Birch, who is Chair of Health and Welfare, helped us very, very much with this. I think it's very important that we put the right tools in the hands of the people who are looking out for you, and that's your coaches and athletic directors, and they were very, very supportive. I understand how important sports are. I never played football. I know you find that hard to believe, but I know people who do, and I know how sometimes it can be dangerous, and it's so important that our coaches who are right on the front lines have the tools that they need to make sure that you're safe. Because you know, you can't learn in the classroom if something devastating happens to you on the sports field. And I want to thank everyone who helped with this. And thank you again, Governor, for coming to Louisville to sign this important bill.
Now I want to ask your superintendent, Donna Hargens, to come up. Donna, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor Beshear. I'd like to thank the governor for focusing on concussion training and helping students, parents, and the public understand the importance of preventing concussions and providing proper care if there is an injury. I'd also like to thank the governor for recognizing the steps that JCPS has already taken. I'd like to express our appreciation to Representative Jenkins for your legislative leadership. Her foresight on this issue ultimately will lead to more widespread identification of concussion symptoms, resulting in fewer injuries. It's no coincidence, as has been said, that we're at the Central High School, home of the championship Yellow Jackets. All of the coaches and athletes here understand that playing and training safety is an important part of a winning tradition. Our coaches and JCPS athletic staff members have helped the district take a proactive approach. Last summer, the district teamed up with Norton Healthcare and Kentucky Orthopedic Rehabilitation to develop and launch a concussion management program. For example, 2 doctors from Norton spoke to the district's athletic directors and presented concussion data. An information sheet was provided for JCPS coaches, who then distributed it to players and parents. Norton also provided informative posters. In addition, all JCPS coaches are required to attend a Character First seminar, safety information and training, which includes concussion response and prevention. I commend our coaches and the wonderful athletic directors behind me. They give students a wonderful opportunity to excel in athletics, but they know it's also their responsibility to make sure that our student athletes are safe. The legislation that Governor Beshear signs today is another major step toward preventing potentially serious injuries. And I'm honored to have with us also the chair of the Jefferson County Board of Education, Steve Imhoff.
Quickly, back in the old days when I was in high school at that great school on Goldsmith Lane, Seneca High School, we got our comeuppance a few times by the Central High School basketball team for sure. We got lucky once and beat them by 1 point in the regional final, went on to win the state, but ask your parents or grandpa if they know anything about those basketball games. This is important to me. My oldest son, Christopher Lincoln, he was an all-star baseball player, very good tennis player, and tennis is big in our family, but he was an all-star baseball player, the first Imhoff that I know that played baseball. Didn't get hurt in those sports, but by the way, he had a concussion. Guess how he did it? He was on a skateboard. So going down the street, had a little bit of a hill, had to end up at Norton Hospital. So he's doing fine now, but concussions are a big issue, whether you're playing on your team, whether you're in your neighborhood. My son Christopher did not have a helmet on, and some kids still don't have helmets on. So if you got skateboards, or if you don't, you got brothers and even little sisters or cousins, please remind them to wear their helmet on that skateboard as well as their bicycles. So again, it's a profound pleasure to be here today. Thank you to Mr. Wyman and all the athletic directors. And these athletic directors, of course they want their team, they want their high school team to win. But they care about the safety of their players and the opposing team's players. So we thank them for all the work that they put in. And by the way, have you all, thankfully our school board has now the sports video. Please raise your hand, because I'm going to ask you, have you seen, because my little 13-year-old has to watch the sports video for the sports he plays, even in middle school on up. Raise your hand if you've seen that sports video. There we go. A lot of good-looking athletes that have seen the sports video, and parents have to watch it too, so I've seen it, and it's a very good video that JCPS put together. Thanks to the governor, the legislators that put this through, and thanks to the governor for signing this today.
I think we're ready to sign this bill. You all come up and help us.
Again, allow me to thank the governor for choosing Central High School as the site to sign this important bill, the concussion bill. Again, thank my students for being here, and thank you for being such great student athletes.